Hey guys, welcome to let's say a solid gaming review of this device. This is the Xiaomi Mi 10, not the Pro variant, but the regular one. I am gonna try and record this at 60 frames per second, but I'm limited to 10 minutes. This device has a Snapdragon 865 coupled with 8 gigabytes of RAM and a 90 Hz display panel, and you have stereo speakers, one on the left, one on the right. And the issue is that even though you have an extremely powerful device, it seems that the game's manufacturers are signing backdoor contracts with certain phone manufacturers. So even though I have the latest and greatest specs, I'm actually not allowed to game at 60 frames per second. As you can see, I do not possess that option, even though it's one of the most powerful phones in the entire world right now, and I have contacted customer support, and apparently because this is a Xiaomi device, it's never going to get that. So you're not going to get high specs just because you have the latest and greatest software. That depends on whether or not your phone manufacturer has signed a contract. To give you the idea of what that looks like, and remember I'm framing this at 60 frames per second, um, I'll just enter a race briefly and show you the atrocity at which I have to play. Don't mind my playing because I'm trying to focus on filming the video. You can see the way that my thumb moves. I'm recording at 60 frames per second, whereas the actual game is horribly jittery and buggy. And this is not Xiaomi's fault. Xiaomi is a great phone with, proper games that actually allow that. You're going to have a great experience, but you're not going to have that with Asphalt 9. And believe it or not, you're not going to have that with a lot of big name AAA titles. For example, if I start Fortnite, you're going to have the same exact experience. Now, I have contacted both the customer support of Epic and customer support of Gameloft, and they have both, started running around and putting in nice, polite words and whatnot, but, they haven't really given me a reply because they can't. And the issue is that if you're playing on a Samsung phone and if you're playing on an iPhone, you're going to get, 60, 90, 120 frames per second. But if you're playing on a Chinese affordable device, you're not. And apparently their response was that, these phones are not powerful enough for, whatever lies they can come up with. I cannot really show the print screens of the actual emails because then they will have cost to take down this video. I don't even know how many views I'm gonna get, but I don't really care. Um, but if you are planning to buy a phone such as this one for the purposes of gaming, you're not gonna have a great experience because the actual game developers are screwing you over. Now, the reason I'm not cutting this is because I want to show the actual loading times for each game, given that this is a Snapdragon 865 device with USF 3.0 storage. As you can see, Fortnite is actually loading pretty fast. But yet again, the moment that you enter the actual game, you're going to be capped at 30 frames per second, not even 60. On an iPhone, you can get 120. Here, not so much. Oh, and by the way, the battery life in gaming is absolutely amazing. I was getting 5 to 6 hours of screen on time playing Fortnite or playing PUBG. Now, okay, here we go. So, if you go here into the settings, you can see that it's either 20 or 30 frames, and that's it. That's all you get. And no tricks, no rebooting your phone or swiping at the connecting menu. That's not gonna help. Like, you cannot trick this phone while it's optimizing your graphics, making it, look like your panel is 90. You just cannot do anything about it. Um, I'm gonna go into the actual game and I'm gonna show you what it looks like briefly, but honestly, I am really disappointed. One thing I will not do, I'm not gonna do a PUBG test because you are allowed to play at 90 frames per second, and the game looks absolutely brilliant. But the graphics of PUBG aren't really that demanding for me to use it as a benchmark. What I can tell is that if you are a PUBG player, you can play flawlessly at 90 frames per second, ultra high graphics, and you're not gonna have any problems whatsoever. The phone is not gonna overheat. Yeah. So as you can see, I'm running this at 100. Sorry, where is that? Yeah. I'm running it at 100. Can be changed during a match. 100% 3D resolution, and I thought that if I change from ultra to high, the game would actually let me change to 60 frames per second, but it's not. If you run this game at ultra graphics, it's still gonna, be very fluid, but that's because you're playing at 30 frames per second. So honestly, my experience with it was exceptionally bad. What am I doing? I really hate that the game developers are doing this. Like, they're screwing the gamers community. And to be honest with you, with both games, I'm actually a paying customer. I have the Save the World edition for Fortnite on 2 accounts. I bought V-Bucks. Also for Asphalt Legends, I invested about 100 euros within the game. I honestly feel cheated. I do. I'm a paying customer. I demand to actually be able to play, because when you're a PC gamer, the actual, performance of the game, the visual quality depends on the performance of your device. Here, not so much. As you can see, it works fine, but it's just not playable. It looks like crap, and it's bugging me a lot. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Oh yeah, one thing I actually really like about Xiaomi phone is that they have gaming software where you can actually talk to your friends on WeChat during gaming, and as you can see, you have pop-up windows. So they really made a really, really great phone for gamers, all intents and purposes. But sorry, the developers say no, no. Other games that I'm playing, I have Fruit Ninja here, I have Pocket City. These are less demanding games. They all work perfectly fine. I can show you NBA 2K20. That game actually runs really, really fluently. Given that I'm recording this on a Galaxy S9, I have 2 minutes left until the 60 frames per second is capped. So that's about it. I will have to cut this video very short. As you know, you don't have to subscribe. My videos are not monetized. I'm only providing information for people who are looking to actually buy a phone. Let me go into some play now. Quick game. Yeah, whatever. Just let me play. Now this game is running really smooth. As in really smooth. No hiccups, no glitches, nothing.
And it's the Warriors to start out. Curry with them. Outside Curry. Pass to Russell. Back to Curry. Right side Curry.
It's a little difficult to play here because I'm actually looking at my camera.
Almost got to that shot in time, but not quite. You can't touch the ball once it's on the way down. Here's Lowry. Shoots.
As you can see, the gameplay is really smooth. Loading times are really fast. So yeah, take from this as you will. If you have any questions or comments, just put them down below. I'll try to answer as many of them as possible, and have a great one.